Madden football is the home of Super Bowl 57, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs.
Okay, I think I got it figured out.
Comes your way next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff to what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the Chicago Bears. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, for these Kansas City Chiefs, they, of course, were Super Bowl champions 3 years ago. The win over the Niners in Miami. They fell to the Bucs in Tampa a couple years back. They had the blown lead in the AFC title game against Cincinnati last year. And now they're back, making their third trip to the big game in 4 years.
And their recent history only increases the urgency to try and win another Super Bowl title with this group.
Meanwhile, it has been a roller coaster ride in Chicago the last few years. They've been up, they've been down, they've had double doinks, but now the Bears are back looking for what would be just their second Super Bowl title.
Now, we do know that the Bears had plenty of success pre-Super Bowl because they won 8 NFL titles to be exact. But as you just mentioned,
talk is over. We're set for the big one. Super Bowl 57. Away we go from Arizona. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his third season now, it's Joe Burrow.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. Second down and right back to McCaffrey. 7 yards there and a first down. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. And now they will throw it with Burrow. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. Time to see what Patrick Mahomes can do here with his first possession. The quarterback out at Texas Tech getting set to lead this KC Chiefs offense.
You can't help but continue to marvel at how well this man's career has gone so far. Now in his 5th season as KC starter, He's never missed a conference title game, and he's taking the field in his 3rd Super Bowl. Simply dominant, it's easy to envision him being one of the top quarterbacks for many years to come.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 15. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 14. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Oh, nice move. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now here's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
With his size, he's a tough tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. Mahomes now to throw. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turning to his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. DK Metcalf. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Chiefs will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. It's a little bit of a turnover. You went right back though and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chicago offense set to get started. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he's able to get this one up to his square before he's out of bounds. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
And a nice Nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
And they come with a jet sweep here as Burrow just taps that forward. One quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 14-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaud and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. On third down, Burrow. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 24. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. The Chiefs on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Barkley inside handoff. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Mahomes going to throw. It's a slant to Hill. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 3rd down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a 1st down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run wide side here with Barkley. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 21. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Mahomes now on first down. To Barkley on the check down. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A handoff to Barkley. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain, but I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Mahomes throwing on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and start to put together some drives.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Caught here by Griffin. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's Burrow. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. From the 39, Burrow. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball. A reminder, coming up at intermission, we'll get highlights of this Super Bowl from Jonathan Coachman and the crew in Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report. Burrow's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 23. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum, because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Now Burrow on first down. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. 6 yards left on second down. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Devontae Adams from 6 yards away. And the Bears are on the board here in this Super Bowl. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here. They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Mahomes now on first down. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. And a loose football. But I think the Bears have recovered. They have. We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime. First down. Here's Burrow. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Now it's Burrow. Looks again for T.J. Hockenson, and he's got him again. That was signaling a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on down to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So it's halftime here on sports' grandest stage in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats for KC in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Here's a give to Barkley. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Barkley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now Saquon Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Saquon Barkley taking it in for 2 yards out. And the Chiefs will extend their third-quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends are on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Cano now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
That certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They go play action with Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. To the air again, Burrow. And Diggs has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On third down, Burrow. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. On second down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Walker now on 1st and 10. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. McCaffrey running up the middle. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And he's got his big tight end here. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple, because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a third down.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bears take over. Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Just 1 more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here at Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Play action. It's Burrow. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to kick it away. Gets past 1 man. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Jalen Phillips buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
after the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On play action, they'll throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And that's a much-needed 1st down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Yeah, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Kenneth Walker punching it in from a yard away. And the Bears have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
The the Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection. Now left side on the swing pass. Only 3 there on the screen at second down. Now it's Mahomes again. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 40. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16. These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling. So much for being conservative and running that football. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They go play action. Now Mahomes. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And again, it's Mahomes. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively. They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front. And it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down. Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they're going to lose some on this play. Big knocked back to the 18. Well, they tried to catch him by surprise, I think, there with that little pop pass on 3rd down, but no luck. You're right about no luck, but I did like the idea. I like the thought process. Make an unconventional call on 3rd down sometimes. It can pop big. In this case, it didn't. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Gano's kick is good, and that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough? Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position. And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. 1:56 to go.
A touchdown could win the Super Bowl as they've got a first down. To throw, Burrow. He gets this complete to Diggs. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
This is caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They got 29 yards that time.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Walker. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Now it's Burrow. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth.
I think we can figure out why they went for 2 there, right? Up 1, you want to make it a field goal difference if at all possible. They didn't get it. Now they've got to play some defense down the stretch.
Yeah, not much margin for error now for your D. They just have to get it into range. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. To return it, Alvin Kamara. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And now all eyes shift over to the Chiefs, trailing by a point. A little over 80 ticks to go. A field goal wins the Super Bowl, but work to do here on 1st and 10. Mahomes. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And down he'll go at the 25. Mahomes to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. And this one is right through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. And the Chicago Bears have etched their name in NFL history. They are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.
Well, I hope nobody came into the stream right at the end, because you would have seen how the game ended up. However, watching the whole thing has been really cool, really phenomenal, and it was a super competitive game the entire time. And I was sitting there very nervous, very worried, because I thought, oh, you know, if I lose this game, the fantasy people are going to have something to say about it. But anyway, right now we're going to just go in. We're going to look at player stats. You know, we'll start with the Bears. Joe Burrow, 27 of 32, 259 yards, 84 completion percentage, and 1 passing touchdown. In the rushing front, Christian McCaffrey led the backfield with 12 attempts and 48 yards, but Kenneth Walker was the goal line Grinch. So he basically took the touchdowns with 2 touchdowns, 2 very pivotal touchdowns to help out the Bears grabbing the victory. On the receiving end, you know, Justin Jefferson, as we suspected, 7 receptions, 116 yards. Christian McCaffrey heavily involved in the passing game as well as normal. Devontae Adams with the lone touchdown catch, and it was a great touchdown catch. He didn't really even get involved until the 4th quarter. TJ Hockenson was involved. Stephon Diggs, no love. 3 catches, no real love. Wasn't targeted a bunch. Defensively, Donovan Wilson, I would say easily the player of the game. He had 7 solo tackles, led in tackles, 4 assisted tackles, 11 total tackles, and 2 interceptions, including, so he had an interception that changed the course of the game. He also had an interception that sealed the game. So that was really great. Oluokun, you know, being a tackle machine that we always know him to be, 12 tackles. Devin White, 14 tackles. You know, Jalen Phillips. You know, let's see who had sacks. Jalen Phillips had a sack. Justin Jones had a sack. Josh Sweat had a half a sack. So that was pretty good. Kicker, 3 field goals attempted, 3 field goals made. Cameron Dicker. And then he had an extra point made and an extra point attempted. So, kick return yards, Diggs had 17, and he had no punt return yards. So now let's look at the Chiefs. Patrick Mahomes, 32 for 41, 279 yards, 78% completion percentage, 2 passing touchdowns, but 2 critical INTs, turnovers, that cost his team the game. Rushing, Saquon Barkley was a beast. 20 attempts, leading all linebackers with 40 yards and a TD. Alvin Kamara wasn't really involved in the run game. 3 attempts, 12 yards. And then DJ Metcalf, it wasn't Lockett, it wasn't Hill, it was DJ Metcalf at 6'3", 235, 9 receptions, 76 yards, and a big TD. Dallas Goedert, he's no Travis Kelce, but he did his thing. 6 receptions for 59 yards. Barkley was heavily involved into the game. Who else? Lockett was heavily involved in the game. Hill got a couple. He got a touchdown. He got 56 yards. So, but again, Alvin Kamara not involved in this game plan. Coach and Andrew just, I guess, didn't see the need to use Kamara very much. Defensively, let's look at defensively. Isaiah Simmons was killing it with the tackles. 11 total tackles. CJ Mosley with another 9 tackles. Minkah Fitzpatrick had 9 tackles as well. So Minkah Fitzpatrick was included. Let's see what about the sacks. Let's see if some of his star players got sacks. Nick Bosa managed to get a sack, but another guy we kind of would expect to get a sack who didn't, Brian Burns. Adrian Amos wasn't really involved. DeForest Buckner didn't really get involved very much either. But kicking, 1 field goal attempted, 1 field goal made from Graham Gano with 3 extra points and 3 field goals made. Thank you all for watching. If you want a score summary of how things kind of fell out, we had started with a 5-yard pass to Tyreek Hill in the first quarter, followed up with Patrick Mahomes with a 16-yard pass to DK Metcalf, coming off 14-0 in the first quarter. But the Bears would come back in the second quarter and get 10 unanswered points with a pass to Devontae Adams and a field goal by Cameron Dicker. In the third quarter, it was a little bit more even, with Barkley running it in and Dicker getting another field goal. But it was the fourth quarter that really changed everything, as Kenneth Walker III managed to get into the end zone twice. A field goal by Gano would, put them up, but then, another field goal by Dicker would seal the win. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is, how the fantasy league turned out this year. We've got highlights and stuff like that we could watch. This interception, I think this was the fourth quarter. This interception in the fourth quarter, we'll go here because this is really where it started. As you can see, it's 21-13 at this point. But what really sealed it, it was all in the fourth quarter, was okay. So they don't have the interception. So the thing that happened is Patrick Mahomes got sacked for a loss, and then he got intercepted in the fourth quarter, and then that's what kind of started and spurred the comeback, because this next interception on 4th and 13 was really the one that did him in. Donovan Wilson jumps the route. Donovan Wilson jumps the route. We'll look at it right here. And that seals the win. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching. I think I'm going to do another one. This will be like kind of the first one. Then I'll do another one to see just, how it turns out. So, anyway, that's the first one. The Bears are Super Bowl champs. Make sure you look over here, too, because you can see, the offense. Each offense was 92. The Chiefs' defense was at 87, where the Bears' defense was at 85. And then 89 overall for the Chiefs, 88 overall for the Bears. Thank you again for watching. Until next time.